Hello and welcome to Good Brews, Bad Views, the podcast that asks if great beer makes bad movies any better. I'm your confectionery-avoiding host, one Max Nestorowicz, and as always, joined by my two pastry pals.
I like it.
One Ryan Everart.
Hello.
And one James Thorpe.
Hello.
Hey, you guys, how you doing tonight?
Doing well. I'm ready. I want this over fast. Thank God this movie is short.
I'm good.
Everybody, you're listening. This movie is short.
Yeah.
And we all benefit from it. It's very
So
bad.
for tonight's episode, we are watching The Gingerdead Man, which I believe is a movie Steve Cuff told us about.
I've seen it floating around, but that's definitely a possibility.
That's probably
it's got Gary
we'll blame
Busey
it on
so
Steve.
that's probably his
Let's blame
fault.
it on Steve.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
Steve Cuff is your fault.
If this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome, and we're sorry. If you're back, well, still welcome, and we're sorry. How this is going to work is we are going to watch The Gingerdead Man. We are going to drink some beer alongside of it, crack wise, talk about this movie, ? And hopefully have a good time and maybe learn a thing or two about this. Ryan, why don't you tell the people at home where they can watch this movie? Because the podcast is designed to be watched alongside the movie, but we'll narrate along in the event that you just kind of want to hear our voices.
Seems unlikely. Anyway,
You never know.
welcome. We are watching this on Amazon Prime right now. There is no opening title to this version of the movie on this stream, so it's just the movie opens. We're 1 second into the stream, and we've got the Cadillac Jack's pink building on screen right now. If you have subtitles on Amazon, it says suspenseful orchestral music.
If you can make out Cadillac Jack, you have very good eyesight because the film quality of this movie is atrocious.
It's basically a Game Boy Color. But anyway,
You don't besmirch that system. I still have mine. It still works.
Fair. Hey, put that knife away. So if you are watching along with us, press play now.
I mean, you could also not press play and save yourself an hour.
Yeah, just live from the horror of the memory of this movie that we just had.
Yeah.
I mean, let's save us all. It's Busey time, everybody.
Yep.
Busey. Kaplow.
Yep.
So,
Half man, half teeth.
remember that show, I'm with Busey, or whatever the hell it was?
Yeah.
What a weird thing. So, we're opening. Gary Busey is robbing a diner for presumably $14 in cash.
Yeah.
And he's just shooting everyone that's in here. And everyone that is in here are three people.
Yep.
An older gentleman, a young male, and a young female.
Should have had his life alert. He was obviously having a heart attack based off how he was clutching at his chest there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, Busey, you can see. That's good.
Yeah, he's kind of terrifying. Like, Busey's terrifying.
Here we have blonde David Tennant.
Yeah. Especially at that angle, for sure.
Yeah. Same shaped face. And the same kind of, like, hairstyle he had in the beginning of when he was in Doctor Who.
Uh-huh.
With some very early 2000s fashion of long sleeve shirt with short sleeve button down above on top of it.
With the frosting
up
top. Was this pre or post accident for Gary Busey?
I don't know what accident you refer to.
Didn't he get into like a really bad accident? I thought. I don't know.
James,
Internet,
tell
us. Give us all here.
Is it I don't know if he had an accident or if he had a stroke, to be honest with you.
Stroke sounds more
probable.
More probable. I think this might be pre-stroke.
You are correct in that some major event did happen to him, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some quick Gary Busey recon here.
Gary Busey recon work. While you're doing the recon work, and the little Swiss Army knife he's got there.
Busey just drags the young kid across the counter and is stabbing him like 94 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when I just realized watching it here, I thought that he grabbed the dad's switchblade and stabbed his own son with the dad's switchblade, but apparently he just has his own switchblade.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
the Busey is always armed.
Yeah.
Look at those teeth. Crushed concrete.
Oh yeah, so this is way after he got in a really bad motorcycle accident in '88.
Okay.
I feel like the stroke thing may have been a more recent thing then. Or maybe I'm just imagining that he had a stroke.
I might be imagining that also.
I wouldn't surprise me if he had a stroke. But, so one of the things we'll be drinking today, we are still in the month of December because, gingerbread men are kind of Christmas related.
Yeah.
Which this movie has no Christmassy things at all in it.
Nope.
But we are drinking right now the Saint Bernardus Christmas Ale from Trappistenweg, or maybe just Saint Bernardus. I don't know. It is an Abbey Ale from Belgium, and it is very tasty, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, this is good. It's got a little bit of almost that apricot to it. Is that?
Yeah, a stone fruit kind of thing. Yeah,
stone fruit. Yep.
Yep.
You can tell she's young because she's scared with her arms together like that, right?
Yeah.
It's weird how they make her look in this scene.
It's super weird. And this whole mother thing with him is super weird. Like, this whole sequence is just odd.
Yeah.
I mean, Busey comes off as deeply disturbed. And
Yeah.
I mean, this is actual acting for a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
Before we just go into the straight Gingerdead. Like, spoiler, they kill him off screen.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they're just like, oh, by the way, the guy that you saw is dead.
And now we have one of the longest opening credits ever.
Yeah, I was just going to say we were being treated to one of the most boring and lengthy opening crawls that I think I've ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So all this 7 minutes goes on because this movie really tries to hit the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, what's going on with you guys? How are the kids?
Yeah.
My cat Gideon is fine. I'm teaching him how to
good.
fist bump right now.
Yeah, good cat. Good kitty.
Yeah. And Alexia Ailman, half the names in this opening credits I don't think are actual people. They're just pseudonyms.
Just
of,
aliases.
Yeah.
Aliases.
Yep. So yeah, what are you guys thinking of this Christmas ale?
Aliases. I like this a lot. It tastes similar to, I'm going to screw up the name here, but it's Chimay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of their stuff. This tastes, pretty similar to that, and I like them both quite a bit.
Well, I was actually going to bring up Chimay specifically. So recently, like in the last 5-6 years, there's definitely been a lot more imported Belgians that you could get around here. For the for the longest time, you couldn't, or they were extremely expensive.
Yep.
Like Steph has a story of going to Toronto and finding Chimay Blue, which is like a very good quad from them, and it was like $50 Canadian for a bottle, like at a restaurant they went to, and now it's like $14 US. I once found it at a Meijer.
Aren't those the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Old joke is old.
Yep.
An oldie but a goodie. Yep, still going. Just random. So for anyone who's not watching, we're just some weird close-ups of just baking tools,
baking implements, and smoke.
Yeah, and just a little bit of smoke over everything.
Yeah, I mean,
E.D. Biddlecombe. That is not a name.
but they're going into
That's a Dr. Seuss character.
yeah they're going deep into credits here.
Yeah.
Like, usually you get opening credits, and it's like the couple main actors, the director,
maybe producer,
studio names, that stuff. We're in like
Director-
wardrobe by
director of photography. Yeah, it's
Here we go. Oh, some color. It's mostly black and white. Now we have a blue. I used to work at a bakery, and I don't know what that is.
really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For my first couple years at State, I worked at the MSU bakery.
Oh,
So I was usually in the door at work by like 5:45 in the morning a lot of days because you got to bake the things for the rest of the day. So it was kind of fun seeing a lot of familiar equipment in this movie. But I would never wish this movie on anybody ever again. I don't.
Screenplay by Sylvia St. Croix. That sounds like a stripper name or a porn actress's name.
Yeah, I that's kind of where I feel like these actresses came from.
Yeah.
Most of the cast.
So produced and directed by Charles Band. Charles Band is notorious for releasing films of this quality. He was the director of Laser Blast, I would say that's a classic MST3K movie. He was also producer of The Day Time Ended, which is on the newest season of MST3K, which is what you would expect from a 70s sci-fi movie.
Also, apparently, you said Charles Band, is that what it was? So he performs. He wrote and performs the end song to this movie. Then.
Oh,
good.
It's very bad, everybody.
yep.
Oh, missed. Okay, try again. All right,
Yeah.
got it in the second time.
So this
She
is
she does look a lot older than that previous scene.
2 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep the Jack Daniels label out of frame.
So presumably she's, because her older brother would have turned 21.
Yeah.
So he was 19 at the time. I mean, I guess she could have grown up a lot more in that time period. I don't know. She looked, but you're right, Ryan. They made her look exceedingly young in that.
Well, and just the way they did it was very awkward. I don't know.
I think it was a lot. It was the hair and the makeup. Like,
Yeah.
Also, that guy doesn't look anything like her brother.
No. I mean, she could easily be, 19 or 20, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep. In heaven, they have strippers and a Lone Star.
Yep.
Send me up, boys.
Yeah. So is that the steakhouse, or is there some bad liquor that we
I
know?
think it was supposed to be like a
Lone Star.
beer.
Yeah, maybe.
But because I was
know.
wondering the same thing, because Lone Star used to be a steakhouse,
Right.
like a steakhouse chain. It wasn't very good, but you got free peanuts there.
Yeah.
So more power to that. But those went under a while ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this movie's 14 years old, so who knows?
True.
So see that giant bowl in the background?
Yeah.
Those things can be pumped with steam around the outside to get them warm. And they can get very warm. And no one warned me the first time I went to clean one, and I burned the whole inside of my arm from my wrist up to my armpit because I leaned in and made contact.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yep.
good first day.
I like how you're here with baking facts.
So we saw, the best way to kill your villain in a movie, which is by just newspaper clippings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show up here.
And now a black robe delivery person, because
Yeah.
that's how your gingerbread spices get delivered.
In
This
a
is
box,
fine.
Just
Yep.
labeled gingerbread spices with
Yep.
no shipping address or anything on it.
A terrifying person in a cloak just vanishing.
Yep.
I believe
away.
all of those things count towards the USPS. This is probably a bomb checklist.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. They never explain it in this one, and I'm not going to watch the sequels to this movie, but I assume that was his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Because
agreed.
they're like, oh, they sent her the ashes or whatever.
Okay,
Wrestling in the mid 2000s.
so I forget this guy's name, but we got some wiry
He's the
Southern
butcher
drawl-
baker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guy. He wants to be known as the Butcher Baker.
Is his tag team partner the Candlestick Maker?
I actually do kind of like the silliness of the name, the Butcher Baker. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I like his character. And
Yeah.
he's the one guy who maintains some kind of his character is silly enough to belong in a movie about a killer gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The amateur wrestler is someone that I'm okay with for being in a
Right.
Also, this entire movie is his fault.
Well, it's kind of both their faults here because we're getting to it because this movie's dialogue is so riveting I can't pull myself away.
Yep.
Yep.
Ha 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 ha. Oh God. How do knives?
How do knives? Let me put it over this batch.
So he
Yeah.
slices himself with a knife opening a package and then brings his arm all the way over to the other side of the table to hold it above the mix
Yep.
Yeah.
and drips like 47 drops of blood in it while they both watch the blood
Mm-hmm.
drip into the mixture.
And then
And
they're
he's-
fine with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fine, and he is the one who poured the gingerbread.
I think I'm going to side.
spices.
Yeah.
So I still say this is all his fault.
I think I'm going to side with the other baker owners in this movie that this place should be shut down. If you can't have the wherewithal to know that this shit is not okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't trust your food.
Yeah, I think the rat that comes later on isn't planted. I think it's just
Yeah, it's just there.
One of them obviously is planted. One of them is not, though.
So weirdly, this character Julie is this again low bar. I know is the second best acted character in this whole movie, in my opinion.
Mm.
They never really hint at her Spanish, like why she speaks Spanish. She
Well,
doesn't
they're
appear.
in Texas,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
so. I mean, you know Randy. He speaks a little bit of Spanish.
So we just got a little bit of exposition from Julia. She was reading a newspaper that Findelmeyer, the Gingerdead Man, was fried in the electric chair and then cremated.
See, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is so silly.
it's kind of endearing to this
yeah,
guy, right?
It's all right.
I will say I thought he was going to be in this movie a lot more than he is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because he kind of bookends it.
He
Right?
he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I was at least expecting a scene at the wrestling arena, but this is like the movie equivalent of a bottle episode.
Yeah, you thought this movie had way more budget than it does.
Oh
if
yes,
You thought that.
yes I did. This movie's a total of like 10 people in it, if that.
So note the rate at which the mixer is moving here, and then in the
Yes.
close-up shots, take note of it moving in those shots. Just for
Again, that's not my health code.
Yep.
Yeah, that's none of this is good.
Shut
Everyone
it
should
down.
be fired. Just shut them down.
Nope.
It's like, how much blood did he drip into that?
Right.
I
It
can't.
looks like he's making like like he's whipping up like strawberry yogurt.
Oof. What time of day is it?
I don't know.
It's like
Also, don't hold piping bags like that.
No,
Also, hairnets? Anyone?
Yeah.
this movie is just one big FDA violation.
All right. Well, I'm going to go lick all the insides of the bowls to make sure that they're clean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go spit shine stuff, literally. And now it's night.
This lady rules.
Yeah,
That bottle, is that open actually?
yeah,
Okay.
it is. There's no lid on that.
It's like Jessica Walter's southern cousin.
Yeah, you're right.
So we got an old lady drinking some Jack, shooting down the competition's banner across the street.
She's a good shot.
Yeah, she is.
but it has to be solid slug.
Yeah. She killed like 14 people in that house, but yeah. Well, you're drunk with a shotgun, Ma. So
Yep. Yeah, that there's obviously no lid on that.
so Julia, and what the hell's the main character's name?
Sarah.
No,
Sorry.
Sarah.
Didn't have the mic by me.
Sarah. They're trying to wrangle Grandma in.
Because Grandma hates Walmart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Your chances probably go up if you don't handle all your food with your fucking body parts just out in the open.
And shoot your competition.
Like
So yeah, Granny is afraid that the big multi-state chain bakery that's opening up across the street is going to put them out of business, which it probably will and should.
Yes.
I mean, the ingredient lists for the shit that these people make, like the third thing in has to just say miscellaneous bodily fluids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I need 2 tablespoons of spit and 1 fart.
One part. Fresh farts.
Do you notice that the shelves back there are so just strangely packed too? Like the top shelf is full of stuff because that's the only
This
one
one
in
that you
shot.
see? Yeah.
It's funny. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how dough works. You just walk off and leave it in the thing.
Yep.
Also, that looks super healthy. And
Oh, it looks
Yep.
so gross.
Like
Actually
cottage
mixed.
cheese.
So,
Also, fuck cottage cheese.
this sequence doesn't make any sense in the context of that she actually cuts out a gingerbread man out of the dough. I thought that like he was gonna be like a dough baby and come out and bake
Dough
himself.
that's what I thought
Dough
too.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we're getting like a weird sentient dough hand coming out of
Yeah.
the mixture here.
Because apparently all you need is blood and ashes to make living gingerbread men. It's Cowboy Robert Englund.
I immediately don't trust anyone wearing a hat like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why does he think that she shot the banner?
Because she's standing out there and...
Well, she does have the shotgun.
Does she?
Oh,
still?
yeah, she does have the
Oh,
shotgun.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice.
Well, maybe it's not in frame, but she did take it from her drunken mother.
So Southern accents in this movie, real or fake? Fake.
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 Definitely fake.
Yeah. Mm.
What time of day is it?
It's night.
That's mean. This guy's mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting just some kind of erroneous.
The finest eatery in 4 counties. They must got some shitty food down there.
And a year from now,
Yep.
how much rent is this guy paying?
Mm.
I guess he's building it or something like that. I don't know.
Isn't it built?
Hmm.
I'm
From
giving,
the
I'm giving this
exterior,
movie too
maybe?
much credit.
I assume the inside is like a cheesecake factory. Yeah.
Maybe. Hey, Cheesecake
You know, there's
Factory's done
people
well
who-
for me.
Well, what was... I can't remember what state it was where the some uppity rich white lady was complaining how the demographic of the neighborhood was distracting, like Cheesecake Factory and
Yeah, they wanted to
P.F.
incorporate
Chang's
themselves. They wanted
Yeah,
to break
oh, yeah,
away
it was
from the
Georgia.
town and incorporate
Georgia, yeah.
themselves to attract a cheesecake
Factory and a P.F. Chang's.
Yes.
And I was just like, God damn you.
Jesus.
Cheesecake Factory sucks.
I have always had good food there. I'm not gonna lie. The one over in Novi, it's always been good.
They're not paying us, Ryan. Stop fugging them.
I'm just saying.
Boo.
Truth is truth.
I don't trust any place that has a menu that has longer than War and Peace.
It does have about 1,400 pages, for sure.
The only menus that are allowed to be that long are wine lists.
So I mentioned before we started recording, the captions on the Amazon stream have weirdly specific descriptions of the music.
Ominous brass music.
Yeah, like the one that just went away a couple seconds ago was anxious orchestral music, I think is what it said. Whoa.
He's touching stuff with bare hands again, by the way.
I think these people are disgusting.
Which, okay, so I'm less food safety centric than a lot of mainland people are, just because of where I was. But, like, you just don't need to unnecessarily touch stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
That
if
was just
somebody's
being
job
weird.
it is to, they, like, wash their hands, and then they're just grabbing stuff. Like, okay,
that's fine.
But, like, he's just randomly touching everything.
It's like that joke from Young Frankenstein. You barely touch your food, and he just like puts his hands in his plate. He's like, there, I've touched it. That is everyone in this movie.
Yeah, that's their baking mantra. Sales are down. Okay. He kind of looks like someone else. Tough to put my finger on it. I'm having a hard time putting my finger on where he looks familiar from. Than he is.
He could
having
be a
putting his
very-
own fucking fingers over everything in the store.
Yeah.
With that cleft chin of his, he could be a very young Bruce Campbell stunt double.
Which at the end of the movie will have more relevance.
Yeah. I was actually thinking, I'm like, wow, he looks a lot like Evil Ash.
He just needs a little bit of scruff, and he can just be any generic video game action hero cover.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yep.
Widen that jaw a bit.
Widen that jaw, a little bit of stubble.
That's
and he's
money.
a late 2000s video game protagonist. You could see him on the cover of Bioshock Infinite.
Wow,
Sarah's
this is
afraid
dragging.
that the bakery's going to close, which it
Yeah.
should, but yeah. So because of this whole like bearing her soul to the butcher baker, I really assumed he was going to have some cockaninny plan to save the bakery or whatever.
Gonna wrestle my way to financial independence.
Exactly. Yeah. What like oh, I'm gonna go rid the wrestle whatever he's going to and like give all the money to her to keep the place open or whatever.
That would have required them to shoot somewhere other than the bakery, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess they go outside for like 45 seconds.
They do. Yeah.
Good fucking Christ. So this movie treads very closely to really one of our only rules, and that it's just so fucking boring most of the time.
It takes like 25 minutes to get going, and the movie's 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I remember those
on-
racks.
On the Wikipedia, it says like 75 minutes long, and then the Amazon, it's 70 minutes long.
Yeah.
And the credits start with 10 minutes remaining of the video
Yep. And there's a 6-minute credit sequence
in the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yeah, wild.
Also, if this is how she's making her gingerbread, as we'll see here, this is why they're going out of business. She has this giant roll that she's rolling out with a rolling pin.
That's
you
like
know,
what,
like
15 pounds of material right there,
Yep.
maybe?
Yeah.
she takes one die cut of this giant roll and then assumably does not make any more gingerbread cookies.
That is a gigantic cookie, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have type 1 diabetes. If I ate that, I would get type 2 diabetes as well.
I mean, if you just want to get the completion trophy, Max.
Yeah. Also, that's
Life's too short to 100% all the achievements.
that's incredibly poorly mixed dough.
Yeah.
Yes.
But look, that thing is huge.
Why would you be proud of this? Also, look at the cookie cutter itself. That's clearly just some doofus hammered it out in like 4 minutes.
Oh yeah. No sane man makes a gingerbread cookie that big or decorates a gingerbread cookie before putting it in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just like strangely decorates it.
Surprised she didn't get some horse teeth and put it in the mouth.
And then she cuts a mouth. She's a baker and she doesn't know how dough works.
Apparently not. That's why they're failing.
It's all gonna get a little bit bigger.
That's what she said. Or that's what he said. It's gonna get a little bit bigger.
Are there more cookies on there?
No, it's just the
Just-
one because you see them pull it out.
What other cookies would
Like a-
fit? It's the whole pan.
Because they all burn here in a second.
Yeah.
Right?
Crickety crackle, dog.
Yeah. Julia is playing with the lights again.
That's pretty terrifying looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little face in it now.
Look at all the product
So much
they
bread.
have.
So much bread.
Good question.
Looks like she got shot in the face by Homer Simpson's makeup gun.
She looks like discount Hillary Duff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
Who Hillary Duff was like one of the few like Disney stars who didn't have like a dark period in her
Yeah.
young life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good on you, Hillary Duff.
Mm-hmm.
Worst fight ever.
Yep.
Just a single bop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some hot cookie bacon action here.
Yeah.
There's so many baking implements that could have
Who
easily
runs
been
like
used
this?
for interesting character deaths in this movie, and none of them are used.
What are they? Why is there so much?
They're throwing
flour
donuts.
Mm. Oh, there. That sounded like a good one.
That's a good
Get her.
slap.
Yeah, get her with the chair. I like that this chick's basically Vega, but in a pink sweater.
Yeah.
My beautiful face.
Yeah.
Very
normal.
slow. Ryan, explain.
No,
Ryan,
I can't.
yes.
This is not science. So this hilariously terrible just formation sequence of the Gingerdead Man. Sorry.
Classic
Just
like
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Good Christ.
That puppet's so bad, but so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best bad things about the puppet is how there's a very obvious bulge where the person's hand is in the
Yeah.
side of it. So we're introduced to
Amos.
good Charlotte, I guess.
Yeah, he's mid-aughts new metal punk emo guy.
Nah.
I originally
Nice
read
shorts.
I originally read him as her brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the Jesus Christ, that's really funny though.
It
This
is.
is a shitty puppet.
Yeah. So that's really where I think it begins to fall flat here is like the puppet peeks through the door and it looks ridiculous, but it never
The fucking
the little
feet.
feet
Little
like
feet.
it never gets ridiculous enough.
Yeah, one. Oh, Busey.
Like that. Like
That's
that's
obviously a hand
awesome.
puppet.
more shots like that.
There's
Yeah.
so many just like Pillsbury Doughboy or like interesting things they call him. They never call him the Gingerdead Man, but it's
Yeah, they do. There was
the
one
Poppin'
name.
Fresh guy.
Yeah, there was one name they gave him that I liked. I'll wait till we get to it though.
Yep.
Lorna. Also, punk guy here does a good job of really feeling up the actresses at inappropriate times.
Yep.
He's pretty handsy in a lot of these scenes.
Mm-hmm. I will say that I ended up liking this character more than I thought I would. I mean,
Oh,
he's
yeah, for
very
sure.
cliche in some of his aspects, but he's okay for what this movie is.
Yeah.
I expected much worse.
You know what he is? He's shitty Channing Tatum.
All right, so we got shitty Channing Tatum, not Hillary Duff, Bruce Campbell, young stunt double,
All right. And then,
blonde
And-
David Tennant,
yeah, and then Anna Flemdrick.
and
And just Gary Busey.
no Gary, drunk mom.
Oh, yeah. Jessica Walters.
Yeah.
Redneck cousin.
The oh my god that he puts in right there is great. Where
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, no.
That was just him
Oh, this is
reacting
the dark magic because they had to use the Ouija board once.
This joke that he pulls on her is mean, but really funny.
I
actually,
think
too.
so too.
Yeah.
Actually. Spelling out things for us.
So she's
Go
telling
ahead.
Yeah,
Take
telling
it
a
away.
story about this horrible thing that happened to her and her friends with the Ouija board.
Yeah. So
Which
apparently,
the middle part of the Ouija board is called a pound cart.
Mm.
It was part of a Pathfinder campaign once where they actually that was given to the players so they could like Ouija board answers.
And then,
more than you've read in your entire life.
yeah.
Boo!
That joke is below that character.
Agreed.
Yep. Black magic shit.
Yeah, for him, they just kind of like wrote jokes and threw them all at the wall.
And some work and some don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have something to do with the demon gingerbread man. Just to guess.
I'm like they're doubting it. It's bad, and they've seen like the guy, like the Gingerdead Man, like interact with them. I love this line. If someone's playing a prank, which I think it is, I'll clobber him and we'll take him to see Leno and Letterman. Yep.
Yep.
You know how much dough you can make from a dog and cookie?
You know what? I take that back. It's like Channing Tatum smashed into Peyton Manning.
He doesn't have a 5 head, though. He's got about a 4.5 head, though.
Fractional headspace. Oh, just getting kind of
a lot of bassoon in this soundtrack.
Yeah. Munching, slobbering, and belching. So I'm getting conflicted watching this movie right now because I'm getting hungry, but then I remember that these people just bake with their body parts and it's grossing me out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a subtle thing about what's going to happen here is they're walking in and he's not holding his girlfriend's hand.
I thought he also was. Like he was doing like a one in one thing.
She's got the pin in
her
right hand.
I didn't notice that before.
Well, you've already seen that like when he first starts talking to her, he has his arms around Sarah. When the Busey puppet first shows up.
I assumed that he was eating to get bigger.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was going to use it for some advantage.
Like at some point, he was going to be a large gingerdead man,
like the gingerbread man from Shrek 2.
No, not that.
That's a great character.
He cut the phone lines.
Chicken butt?
There's no phones outside anywhere.
Right. Bop, 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 bop.
Almost out of baked goods.
So, something that this horror, in quotes, movie does a little different, though, like, the creature or the baddie reveal, it's simultaneous to all the characters, because frequently, it's a slow reveal, like one person sees it and has to convince everybody else that they're not crazy kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a little different there, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I see Max is getting some new beer.
Well, to do that regular reveal, they would have to have this movie be like 20 minutes longer, which let's be glad that we're not suffering to that.
Praise be.
So presumably her mom got driven home and then just got out of the car and walked right back here.
Yep.
More rats.
Notice the rat isn't eating anything, though, because he's even grossed out by all this shit.
Yeah.
And how did she get in with no one noticing her?
She went through the back. Please be full. I was waiting for her to like take a swig and then like break it and then stab the rat. Or like drink all of it and then stab the rat.
I thought she was going to throw the bottle at the thing.
If it was empty, I would have said yes.
Is she blind? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a
why
clear
would
bottle.
Say, please be full.
Please be full. Yeah.
She is still blitzed.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So right now we have gone through our Christmas ale. Next up we have Big Bad Baptista from Epic Brewing, the 2018 rare release. It's an Imperial Stout with Mexican coffee, cacao nibs, vanilla, and cinnamon flavor.
This sounds good.
And 100% aged in whiskey barrels. So I'm going to pass that around, and I'm going to have me some sips like the old granny is.
Oh, yeah. I can definitely fit more in my glass.
Yep. This is quite tasty. But I'll save my comments till we can pass this giant bottle around. This is one of the things I saw at the store today that I'm like, okay, yep, I'm going to get this. But I also wanted to get something Christmassy because we're wrapping up our Christmas movies for the year. So figured some St. Bernardus Christmas Abbey Ale would be good.
Faux shoe. So the drunk mom is just kind of checking out the wall of Busey.
And she's now encountered the Busey.
The Busey!
The Ginger Busey man.
Right. It's funny because the puppet is just probably somewhat latex rubber, and just the paint job on it.
That's the end of that. She puts the bottle down.
I love these shots. These are fun shots where he's standing there.
Mm-hmm. Just, the forefront of the picture, of the frame.
Yep, with the little knife behind him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dum, 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 dum.
She's like, she doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you sound like Gary Busey, but you're way more handsome than he is.
She's slightly intrigued by him too.
That is a hideous puppet.
Yeah. Fuck.
You can this event is forecasted. Yeah, or try ladyfinger. And
My mom
quick,
just lost a
where's
finger.
the mixing bowl? I need to collect all this.
Yeah.
It's so fresh.
She's not screaming because her finger got cut off. She's screaming because she's wasting.
Yeah, wasting
ingredients.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lorna just looks kind of half awake.
Yep.
Really?
So what are you guys thinking of this big bad Baptista?
I think it's super good.
This is very good.
Yep.
It's surprisingly light
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
stout,
Yeah.
but delicious.
It's like for a 10%
I
bourbon
get,
barrel stout.
I
guess,
get very little bourbon barrel in this.
A little bit on the end, but not like some other ones we've had.
Yes, more puppet.
look at the fucking bulge in the
bulge.
head.
Yep.
Yeah, so light as far as like feeling the alcohol punch of it, but
Or
also just
light
like
bodied. Yeah.
yeah, it's very light bodied. Again, not a bad thing,
Yep.
just an observation. Nah. I want that puppet. How many of those do you think exist? Can we order them?
Maybe.
I want to.
We'll look on eBay.
Yeah.
So speaking of eBay and just terrible movies, I was looking to see if I could find a poster for Get Even / Road to Revenge / Champagne and Bullets just to have and like frame and put in my basement.
That's
but
incredible.
unfortunately could not find one.
Alas.
We'll have to get in touch with John DeHart ourselves.
Yeah.
James, you were just talking to us before the podcast about having to deal with legal people. Why don't you
No.
give Mr. DeHart a call?
No.
Yeah, he is a lawyer. The
He's got a
cookie's
ser-
got a knife.
He's got a serrated knife. Like that wouldn't
The
have
bread
cut
knife.
through her finger that way.
Oh, maybe she got it like right between the joints. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
He's got
And
otherworldly gingerbread man strength.
That's right, and she's got brittle old lady bones
Yeah.
and ligaments.
True.
He
And so
drives
just-
a car coming up.
He just Flynn Ridered her / tangled her or Rapunzeled her.
Pong.
Kong. Frying pans. Who knew?
Who knew?
But no, Big Bad Baptista is a variant on Big Bad Baptist, which is like the yearly Imperial Stout in aged in whiskey barrels that Epic puts out. But I had heard very good things about Baptista, so when I saw like a single bottle of it, I'm like, "You're coming to Ryan's home with me." Bottle.
Come with me. Yeah, this is really good. It tastes honestly, it tastes more like a delicious coffee drink that you would get somewhere than a stout to me.
Yeah, it does have the good blend of the Mexican coffee, the cacao nibs, the cinnamon and vanilla. It all comes together very well. I mean,
Yeah.
compared to like Lizard of Caz, where it was just like punching you in the face with all those individual flavors
Yeah.
of like chocolate, blueberry,
Yeah.
vanilla, then
Yeah.
big stout, and this all just kind of blends
Yeah.
nicely.
Got it. She gets 3 inches closer to the other character's face and just screams, "I like sex."
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Mocking woodwind music. Yeah.
Mocking woodwind music.
Characters stand really close to each
Yeah,
other. in this
everyone
movie.
was always within like 4 or 5 inches of everyone else. It's a small
What
set.
storm?
The Ginger Storm, man.
There's no. He was just outside, and there's not even raining.
There's a storm of flavor. This is what this beer has. This beer is a storm of flavor.
Right.
The power's now out in the movie
No,
in case you're not watching it.
yeah. No, I would say Lizard of Caz was a storm of flavor. This is a river of delicious.
Yeah.
Mm.
The lights are clearly on in the shot.
Yep.
You just don't
The
understand art,
emergency
James.
lights.
And again, it's not raining outside. They just cut outside again where it's
They
not raining.
They were looking outside
There's
and they
no
couldn't.
storm. She claimed a storm knocked the power out.
What?
Oh, now
what
that-
makes sense?
Oh
yeah.
I don't know.
You can see Amos's car,
Yeah.
which might be the least punk name there
Yeah.
possibly could be.
Well, that's why he's so punk. He hates his name.
Yeah. I grew up angry. The quality of this.
Please
stream
don't
is-
hold guns like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
and don't just flail them around. Fucking goon. But it looks like a toy gun.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like the revolver from Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
It shoots the Dune bullets.
Yeah. I'm glad no one said like, "Hey, let's remake that movie."
Oh, for sure.
Also, because it'd be like a legal nightmare,
Yeah.
like these days, trying to get WB and Disney to cooperate on something like that.
Oh yeah.
There would no way would they go for it.
Yeah. And this is kind of a cool reveal, though, that there's actually a lot of depth to this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was really surprised. I'm like, wow, this is not at all what I expected. Like, I expected him to like not die first, but
Yeah.
He was kind of treading that just fodder line, right?
yeah, his initial introduction, really has you just being like, ugh, this fucking goon. So,
I like that she calls him on it.
yep.
So though it's excruciating to watch, it is kind of a cute little bit of backstory we get here. So apparently this punk guy went to a birthday party of Sarah's when they were really young, and he tried to kiss her, and she punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Good on you, lady.
Yeah. You never tried kissing a girl when you were that young?
No.
No.
No?
Nah, I grew up generally terrified of girls.
Uh,
Kind of still am.
I kissed a girl in kindergarten, and then like one of my friends like ratted me out like in front of the entire class
Oh,
and whatnot.
no.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. But
Yeah, Justin.
but yeah,
Yeah, this conversation is still going on with these
Yep.
two right now.
Too long.
I was not punched in the face.
Too
is
long.
That's a good Daft Punk song.
I was not punched in the face.
No, too long.
All right, so
That car rules that he has, by the way. That old Ford.
Yeah,
That's a good Texas phrase.
hi,
Right there.
Drew Bow. Yeah. What in tarnation?
Yeah.
All he's missing is like 2 revolvers to like shoot himself into the air. And he points them down. Oh, I hate that Baker.
This is just
With the rolling
the
pin. See,
rolling pin.
He's driving a car.
Like, So this is what I'm talking
His
about.
little
Like,
foot.
I want
more of this.
Like, I want this movie to be absurd. Like, he's not just driving the car; he's doing a burnout.
Burned out in an old
Before-
Mustang. Wait, that should have a clutch.
Yeah. Like,
a really awkward cut there.
yeah, but
So
it's funny.
Yeah,
is this
yeah.
going to end with the 3 of us watching the other Gingerdead Man movies just to see, like, does it get weirder?
Well, I mean,
Maybe
that might be
could.
a good opportunity to strap Steve Cuff into the couch here and just
Yeah.
make him watch it with us.
I like that she's doing the cartoon pace with a weapon.
Yeah.
Well, I like
Like
that
3 steps.
she's just a fucking early 16-bit video game enemy, just walking back and forth in the same 4 feet. Which, by the way, we'll see in a minute here that a trail of blood appears in that exact same spot. So where was she even looking?
Yeah.
We're not there yet, though.
No. Well, I mean, if they can see the same quality we can see, I can understand why
Yeah, I
she can't see
guess.
the blood.
Yep.
Or she could just think that it's part of all the other.
Yeah, it's just
ingredients.
normal ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just one of the blood bags broke earlier. It's fine. Killsbury Doughboy I did laugh at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the good one.
Yeah,
This beer is dangerously drinkable. Like,
It's
mine's almost
super
gone.
good.
Ryan's is almost gone. We still got like what 20 minutes of movie left.
Oh yeah, I flew through mine. This, certainly because of the coffee character here, I want to eat a donut right now. Like I want to eat
Yeah.
a donut and drink this.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. Somewhere around here has this on tap right now.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah. I'm not
Still
sure
locking
where.
in place.
Yeah. Whose footprints are these?
Yeah.
Just a box.
Brum.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's clearly lit in here.
Yeah.
Do you all just have stupid goggles on?
I
What
like
is
how this
going
movie
on?
is a perpetual Dutch angle too.
Yeah, like half of the movie is shot at 45 degrees.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
like,
no-
look, that's literally where she was walking.
Jam. Oh no, he's gotten into the fruit cellar. Gonna win the county fair. That was his plan all along. I like how she's holding rolling pin
Like it's a
like
fucking
knife.
knife?
Yeah.
He's gonna give him severe pokey trauma.
She's gonna use it on a gas pedal.
Stomp.
All right, put the blue filter on.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is, however, acceptably ridiculous, I think.
Yeah, I want again more of this kind of dumb stuff.
Just
Is that a reference to what was that? Friday Night Lights? What was the movie?
Yeah, no, Varsity Blues.
Yes, Varsity Blues. Yep.
So they find Julia
Yes.
covered in whipped cream with a set of lewd boobs on
Lewd
her.
boobs with cherries on them.
Cherries on top.
Let's not wipe anything off.
Yeah,
Let's
get the frozen stuff off her, please.
Let's insulate that. Make sure it doesn't melt.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah's going to be like, hold on. She's going to scrape all of it off of Julia and put it right into one of the vats.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we can use all this. Swing away, Lorna. Swing away.
Oh boy.
You like that cut?
Yeah. Sentimental orchestral music.
So
Like,
what's
I'm just gonna take this ring.
so the implication here is that she's
takes his pinky ring.
right, essentially grave robbing her dad here.
Just regular looting.
Yeah. I miss you less now because I still hear fucking shit.
I was waiting for her to come back and take that watch.
That would have been funny though to have stopped on that shot
Then you hear her walk back
and have her
take-
come from the other side of the frame, just like the hands come in. That would have been genuinely hilarious.
We could have made this movie.
Damn straight. Speaking of, and maybe more for talk at the end here, I want to know how this even came to be. Like, how was Gary Busey in this movie?
I don't know.
Who's cashing in a favor for this? Millard Findlemeyer. What a name.
Yeah.
What's in a name? His delivery, there, mocking piano music.
He's like, well,
he's
okay.
Genuinely fun in
Yeah.
scenes.
Like, to me, he is the best actor in this movie.
And I think that's where, like you said, Ryan, there's the acting in this movie actually isn't like atrocious. It's just boring at times is really what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it is atrocious.
Yeah. Let's not
it really
beat around the
is.
bush,
We
But-
just stopped watching Elves.
yeah. True.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
But weirdly,
Like, I'm
in this,
less upset about watching this than Elves.
Oh yeah.
weirdly in this movie, and I'm kind of just getting here now, I guess, most of the female characters aren't really well fleshed out relative to the guys, weirdly enough.
Yeah, I mean, so the characters aren't well fleshed out. I think like from a chemistry and like kind of relationship standpoint, the characters mesh pretty well with each other though. Like the actors mesh well with each other.
Yeah.
That's more what I mean by like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
atrocious. Like when everyone's on screen, which is rare because they can't get a camera that has a wide enough lens to do that.
Nope.
They don't work very well. But these one-on-one shots that are boring, but they're okay. They're fine.
Yeah. Soap opera, close-ups.
Yeah.
What is happening with the fucking terrifying red light right now?
They're going into Freddy Krueger's boiler room. It's just the next set over.
Oh, you want to talk about something that terrorized me growing up? Oof.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah.
So they haven't turned the lights back on in, when they need the lights to not be on because the lights are clearly on in this
Just
scene.
everywhere.
Um,
Why
All of
don't
the
we
lights
have
are-
lights? She says, walking through the obviously glare-filled bakery.
So that was my assumption. There was that's the red security lights that were on. The thing
I expected more on her face other than just like she got some jam on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dutch angle.
Yeah.
Slightly more Dutch angle.
It's because it's one building, right? Like
Yeah.
they have to keep doing this so it doesn't look like the same place over and over again. That's what they're going for.
Which
here.
it obviously is.
Yeah.
Like I say, this is a bottle episode of a movie.
Yeah. Satirically dramatic orchestral music is the caption. I'm not shitting you.
Hey, the rat's back.
Yeah, and he's still not eating anything.
Yeah. I like this scene, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gingerbread man and the rat are
I
just
wanted the rat to like flip him off or
Yeah, he's just yelling at the rat for no
There's
reason.
multiple rats. No, it's just one rat.
Like, I thought he was gonna eat one.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it's a stupid scene, but this movie's about an evil gingerbread man. Like, more stupid's okay.
Yeah. Interesting question, though. So, we obviously associate the gingerbread men with Christmas time. You know, the people make gingerbread cookies and
Mhm.
Christmas beers have ginger in them. When I think about like
You're ugly.
gingerbread men, you have the gingerbread man story of run as fast as you can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man, which isn't a Christmas story at all. So I'm trying to think like how did gingerbread men become associated with Christmas time? Maybe
Probably
because
gingerbread
from like a
houses.
a
Yeah.
spice kind of thing.
I mean,
There's a lot of cinnamon and cloves and that kind of flavors with the season, but the houses, I don't know.
well, I mean, gingerbread houses get made during Christmas time. That's
True,
a tradition.
true.
So I don't think it's that hard of that big of a step to be like, let's make men to go with our house, right?
Yeah, it just seems likely that if you've already made this is ridiculous booby traps. So Lorna gets home alone
Yeah.
in the forehead with a knife, and she gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean to kind of ride the coattails of James's comment, like gingerbread houses for Christmas, and then if you have that material around, you're just like, oh, let's make some fucking cookies. Let's make
Mhm.
some people for the house,
Yeah.
right?
Fair.
So, my
45 angles.
father-in-law purchased for us a couple years ago, because we make cookies when we go over there to Holland. He purchased a set of cookie cutters called Ninja Bread Men, which are gingerbread men cookies in a bunch of karate poses.
That's very good.
Cool. It's like I had the Power Rangers Jello Jiggler molds from like the Power Rangers movie.
Sweet.
It was like it's, like the Megazord.
Did you match them all with the right colors too?
No, because no one's making that much Jello. That'd be a lot of waste.
Ah.
You don't make that much Jello.
This is pre-diabetic, Max, and I was making Jello all the time.
Yeah.
I wonder if my mom still has those.
Come on, you fucking cookie.
Yeah.
Weirdly, this movie did not use the phrase, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So presumably, since Lorna got killed going out that exit, and they're like, he's booby trapped all the exits. Well, not that one anymore.
Well,
Yep. Well, I assume that's where he was. They probably assume that's where he was standing.
Yeah,
For,
and-
I don't know.
we don't know what type of redundancy measures the Gingerdead Man has taken.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is not clear where he's talking at them from. Looks like a
It's behind
Shelf?
some shelves and
Yeah.
boxes.
I guess. Fucking creepy. I
Yeah.
want that puppet so badly. But look at the paint job on the collar, though.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And it's clearly rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dum, dum. Jinkies! Gonna blow an ass cheek off. I do appreciate that the scale is down on that side. At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
So they just found their mother's finger on a scale in the bakery.
With the
Again,
ring,
a lot of good blood going to waste there. That could go in some croissants or something.
Oh, I think it's on a scale. They're weighing it
Mhm.
out for
Mhm.
making lady fingers.
That's
Oh,
a
God, even
stretch, man.
What'd he say?
That the finger's
Oh, it's
pointing,
pointing
at
to something?
something.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was. Maybe if the finger was in focus and you had a cut to the zoom in of it pointing, then
Yeah,
a quick
right.
cut towards the oven in a Sam Raimi like fashion, then
Yeah.
it would have made sense.
I feel like any dismembered finger is pointing to something.
Could you,
Yeah.
could you imagine if Sam Raimi did this movie?
Kind of
He's
want
so
him to
much
now.
better.
She's slightly blistery.
Dear Mr. Raimi, as I
Got
assume
some
you're
raisins
listening,
on her face.
please make our wishes come true.
Get her out of the oven.
How do arms work?
Yeah.
Can you just smother her with my body?
Try, I don't know, try raking her. Maybe
I
that'll
like how
save her.
Amos is here purposely to just drag people out of.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
See, they should have just they should have just grabbed Julia, who's still presumably frozen under that blanket, and thrown her on the mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's have them equal each other out.
But
So he gets.
you're hit by a croquet mallet.
So Sarah is trapped in one of the big walk-in ovens right now.
Which is presumably from Star Trek with how blinky it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amos comes to life just in time.
Bump, bump, bump. He's got his gun by him. Oh, fudge. Ah, it's a food joke. Pew, 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 pew.
And then passes back out.
I'm
Over
up
it,
just
bro.
enough to pull this trigger.
Sarah's escaping here.
I like how this movie has Batman and Robin logic for what the warm zone and what the cold zone is.
Depends on the lighting.
They have the red light or it's the blue light.
So, there's a reason I'm making this comment, but I was surprised this movie didn't have any nudity in it, of male or female type. And the reason I had that thought is because I was thinking about watching it at work this week, just because I had a ton of shit to do. But I was like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, this is one of those that could easily just be like gratuitous nudity.
Yeah. So,
gun on the scale.
So, fun fact, you guys. Gingerdead Man has acquired the revolver. Oh, wait. Brick's back. I forgot his name was Brick.
Yeah. That reaction from the cookie
Yeah,
is great.
fuck. WrestlePalooza.
Are those the same windows that could have let people know there wasn't a storm?
Yeah.
I like that this is the line that he was practicing earlier. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in total, this revolver fires 20 rounds.
Did you
I
actually
counted
count them?
I rewound it like 4 fucking times. This scene, it's fired 17 times in this scene alone. And then the Butcher Baker has the Gingerdead Man pinned on the ground.
Yeah.
Eat me, you punk bitch.
Yeah.
And then Butcher Baker just starts eating the Gingerdead Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why would you swallow this?
Yep.
Because you're a fucking idiot, I guess.
Like, why would you swallow it? Because it's, alive
Sentient.
through something. But it's also
It's all bloody. Yeah. It's like, how much blood was in that dough?
Okay, so hear me out. Given how these people tend to make their baked goods,
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
he's going to eat the demonic gingerbread cookie and then shit it out and just throw that into one of the mixtures.
Make fudge.
Yep.
Yep.
That's like pomegranate.
Now we just
Like,
So speaking of pomegranate, I found the ideal way to eat a pomegranate. After you separate it all out and put it into a bowl, eat it with a spoon, and it's like the cereal you always wanted as a child, because it's just like a spoonful of like just sweet, crunchy, delicious things.
Huh.
Butcher Baker. Hey, Julia's not froze no more.
Yep.
Julia seems like more different Jessica Alba to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Same shaped face.
I did not know where this was going to go.
I thought
really?
I was expecting a xenomorph thing.
I thought, but the moment he was like, "Eat me," I was like, he's just gonna take over the other guy.
I was expecting some sort of like Dead Alive thing where there's a scene where a baby like comes, the zombie baby
he
comes
rips
out
open
of
the
someone's
girl's-
head.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
So here's what'd be even cooler. So the Gingerdead Man is in the guy's stomach. You see like the stomach explode because he crawls out. Then he like starts grabbing nerves and muscles and starts operating the Butcher Baker like a flesh mecha.
like a marionette from the inside. I love it.
Yes. Neon Gingerbread Evangelion.
Yeah, let's give this movie way too much budget.
I know, but imagine how cool that would be.
Yeah.
Raimi,
If you can draw,
Raimi,
please
do it.
draw that. Draw the Gingerdead Man operating the Butcher Baker like a mecha.
Yeah.
Still there. Still dead.
So another legitimate question for this movie: are they the only people who live in this town?
Well,
Yeah,
the
'cause
car,
looking at-
you
the
see a
car just drove by. Yeah.
One car.
I see the storm still raging outside.
Couldn't tell what was going on. Creepy orchestral music.
And this is obviously just like shot in L.A. somewhere on some, vacant street or whatnot.
Brick, I know you love lamp, but we gotta go.
I see the oven still hot.
Yep.
Just a hunk of burning Busey.
Ugh.
Bah.
This is a good reveal.
It is, yeah. You can kind of tell that it's there before they reveal it.
A little bit on the silhouette.
Yep. Like, you're wearing prosthetics.
So
I'm a little bummed they didn't dub over with Busey's voice.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
So to your point, Max, and this is what I thought as well. He just looks like bad Ash,
Yeah.
possessed Ash. I mean,
Yeah, but when I realized that this guy also was involved with laser blast, like at one point the character is overtaken by this like space gun that he finds, and he gets all like bad ash looking,
Huh.
like sunken in eyes, weird colored mouth. He just had a lot of blue Sour Patch Kids.
So Butcher Baker is possessed now, and he's getting all weird with Sarah.
Yep.
Cookie Head.
But now the film
Harsh.
is much more grainy, and now it's much less grainy, much more grainy.
Oh, you know what? I didn't count these.
That was 3.
3 more, so 23 shots out of a 6-shooter so far in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They just got Barry Burton reloaders.
Yeah.
Reload.
Ooh.
I like how he moves towards the oven.
Yeah.
Do it. Dun, dun, dun. So Amos actually looks very much like Matthew Lillard's character from Scream.
Yes, he does.
Ah,
That's
So-
an excellent.
good pull there,
excellent
Ryan.
pull,
Sure.
Demonic chorus music.
That's what it sounds like. So
So Butcher Baker just got possessed. Butcher Baker just got pushed into the oven.
sorry,
Which-
Brick.
Which
Bye,
apparently
Rick.
heats
We need
up.
to cut back.
It's a brick oven. Nah.
Yeah. It also apparently heats up like a
Like an induction
like an
stove.
induction
Just
stove or
immediately?
like an incinerator,
Yep.
not like a normal oven.
Well, this movie takes place what, like 20 minutes, like from the time it starts to the end. So they never actually turn it off.
That's
Yeah.
okay. So it's just a
I'm
constant,
pulling.
like,
I'm just pulling it out of my ass.
it's like a constant 250 degrees in there.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be pulling things out of your ass, Max, make sure to put them on cakes,
Yep.
Yeah.
coffee cakes, donuts.
With a lot of piping.
Yep.
We reattach her mother's finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool that she looks nice and sober.
Yeah. It's weird that they talk about like that's Betty Lay, that she looks so much better, and then cut to Sarah as opposed to Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like,
No
fuck
one
no,
ever
kid.
asked for gingerbread cookies not at Christmas.
Uh-oh. Mystery box again.
Yeah.
Many more little gingerbread men.
And then they get googly eyes. I Can't Help This by Charles Band.
Yeah. How do I open up things? And now
Oh.
we have the slowest ending credits ever, which last an entirety of 10 minutes.
So the
Or-
movie's fucking over. Thank God.
Yeah.
And this song is bad. This is John DeHart bad right now, man.
It's rough.
It wishes it could be John DeHart bad.
Ryan Lochte? No, Locke. All right.
That guy could
Fuck
definitely be
you.
Ryan Lochte.
Yeah.
Yep.
You probably have this. They have similar life outlooks.
I like how they're showing the little slow death turn. Okay, so this wraps up another movie for us. View Again, Brew Again. Ryan, we'll start with you. What?
Okay, let's start with Brew Again. I very much like both of these drinks. They're pretty different. They're very different styles, but I like them both a lot. So good call, Max.
Thank
Good
you.
work on grabbing both of these. Highly recommend. So View Again. Never. This is definitely top tier most hated movies for me on this show. The only way I would ever experience any part of this movie again is just a supercut of all the stupid Gingerdead Man shots from the movie, which would only be about 3 minutes long, maybe. But no, this is so everything about this I don't care for. It's boring. It never leans into the silliness of itself, and that really, really hinders this from being entertaining. You know. No, I think this is. I will not watch this movie again. No.
Okay. I'll go next. Yeah, that Christmas sale that we had first was very delicious. Look forward to having some again. Because I think that's a very good beer to pair with a meal. And the Big Bad Baptista, that was just delicious.
Yeah.
I'm glad I took a gamble on it. A lot of really good flavors there that go well together very nicely. Epic's kind of hit or miss when it comes to some of that kind of stuff, but generally I've always had good luck with that. And our credits coming here need correctional lenses, it looks like, because they're just blurry as hell.
One or two.
Yep.
Or two.
So this view again. No. I do kind of want to see if this series does go in the ridiculous direction that I hope it does, but who knows? Probably me in like a week or two. But generally, no, I'm not going to watch this one again. I will agree with the previous discussion of I expected there to be some gratuitous nudity in this movie, Ryan. Like, at one point we were talking about doing Thanksgiving, which is about as long as this movie, has a very bad turkey puppet, and does feature a lot of gratuitous nudity to the point where I'm like, okay, this is a little bit too much for us. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe next year for Thanksgiving episode or something
hold on.
like that.
Production design is by Elvis Strange.
Yeah, that was an opening
great
credits.
name.
Yeah. So yeah, not a view again for me. Trem Frock.
Beers, yes. The second beer is more of my style, the Baptista.
Mm-hmm.
The first beer was good. Again, I know it's a Belgian style Christmas ale, but it's a good Belgian, but like I really want those Christmas flavors.
Yeah,
Christmas
this
beer.
wasn't distinctly Christmassy like some of the other beers we've had from them.
and
I will agree with you on that.
And again, similarly to the beer that we had last episode, it was
the Bell's Christmas Ale.
The Bell's Christmas Ale. It was a good beer. It's a good beer. I think this beer is a better representation of its style than that Bell's one is. The Bell's one's still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing the Bell's one.
Yeah.
This one was just really good. But I don't need my Christmas beers to be like silly or like with spices or anything like that. But I want them to have kind of that like warmth and everything to it. You know, and these didn't. They just tasted like good beers.
Yeah.
View again, no. I completely agree with you on Ryan. I think that the accommodations for this movie were Holiday Inn, which is pretty much all you need to know about
Honey Wagon.
What's a honey wagon? And movie terms. Hollywood terms, kid. Hollywood terms.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, you know what honey wagons are?
Craft foods?
No, they're the opposite of that.
Craft trash?
They are that's your porta-john.
Oh.
Huh. I learned something today.
I didn't need to know that.
Yeah. So anyway, there were 3 companies, so apparently they pooped a lot. But there's a good movie in here. There is.
Yep.
You could make a great, hilarious horror movie out of this concept.
Yeah,
you really
for
can.
sure.
I think a perfect example of that, Ryan, is Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Or even Jack Frost.
I agree.
Yeah, they lean
into what they're
ideas.
like. It's a giant evil snowman.
Yeah, and even Killer Clowns, like to me, to a more level of that, where they're clowns, and there's just clown stuff all over the place the whole movie.
All clowns all the time.
All clowns all the time, right? I mean, and Jack Frost comes into stuff where like he kills someone with ice,
Right.
Yeah.
like. He makes an icy patch and they slip and cut their head off on a skateboard or something.
Yeah,
right?
he could knock someone over to get their with the sled.
With the sled, that's it. Yeah, like I mean, you wanted to see nobody died by baking implements in this.
Yeah,
we got stabbing
and hit by a car. That was it. Like
nobody fell into a mixer.
Actually,
yeah, or in the oven at the end. But that
doesn't count. It's the bad guy.
Yeah, but again, like I was expecting, like someone's gonna end up in the mixer,
exactly,
or there was like the ham slicer or whatever. I'm like, oh,
like, where's all that? Nobody got thrown into baked goods. The baked good fight we saw was between the two female characters.
Right. Yeah,
the two antagonistic female characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Can we do something else?
Can we also stop for assistant online editor Bobby Booberman? That's incredible.
Busey killed more people in the opening little diner robbery than he did when he was possessed.
Yeah.
Not counting the repossession.
Yeah.
Or when you know what I mean.
He's a terrible horror villain.
Yeah. Get your shit together.
Yeah, no, just more.
Yeah.
More. If you're gonna make a stupid horror movie, don't cheap out on stuff.
Yeah.
Make a big cast just so you can have more deaths.
Exactly.
We make a spin-off movie where Gary Busey himself just randomly inhabits different inanimate objects, and we call it Lucy Busey.
There you go. I mean, for real, just have fun with it.
If he doesn't want to do it, we can ask his son.
So
Who was in Starship Troopers?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I Can't Help This by Charles Band. Ugh, fuck yourself. James, back to you.
Yeah. So it's not comparable because it's so much better. But a movie that has so much fun with its plot, that's also a horror movie, quote unquote, is Dale and Tucker versus Evil.
Oh yeah, that movie is phenomenal.
The body count in that movie is so high, but it's hilarious and fun and just jumps into all the stupidness that you'd want out of a movie like that.
I could talk for hours on that movie alone. One of my favorites.
And if you're gonna make a dumb movie, make a dumb movie.
And I think
have fun.
So with Dylan Tucker vs. Evil, there's the argument that can be made of fully enjoy that movie to the level that we enjoy that movie. Do you have to be aware of all the references that they're making with the horror tropes? I would say no, actually.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in, I guess. So yes and yes. So that movie, if you were watching it and you are not familiar with the horror genre in films and you're not familiar with the tropes that it's kind of playing on, the movie's still going to be a great time. However, if you are familiar with those things and you see that movie, I think there's a lot more potential to enjoy it more.
It's like if you put Cabin in the Woods in and watched it without ever have watching a horror movie before, you'll think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
If you watch Cabin in the Woods after watching years of horror movies, you're going to love that movie to a deeper level because of all the trope versions.
Yeah, but you're still going to enjoy the movie.
Yeah, but you said to the full level.
Well, I mean, to the level that okay. Yeah.
Semantics.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Here
semantics that I impose by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Stephanie, guest of the show, girlfriend of me, she's not a huge movie person, but she had seen Cabin in the Woods before we started dating, and when we were hanging out, we watched Dale Tucker vs. Evil one time.
Yeah.
And even though not a huge horror person, enjoyed both of those movies. I don't think she maybe got the part where he's running like Leatherface with a chainsaw, but that's just one of those visual things. You're like, oh, okay, yeah. But it's not detrimental to you getting what that movie's trying to do.
Right.
The cover art to the Gingerdead Man is terrifying, and it makes the movie way better than it actually is.
Yeah.
Seem way better than it actually is.
See, if the puppet had those big
The
fucking
Busey
Busey teeth the whole time, it would have been better.
That's why I was waiting for her to like put some like marshmallows into the mouth
There's
to
some
be
fucking
teeth
like
for it.
Actual chiclets.
Yeah,
Just
chiclets.
something.
Like the mask-sized teeth.
Well, I mean, she could have gone to a different bowl. I'm certain they have human teeth in one of those mixes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I mean,
Pull some of those out.
It's the Gingerbread Man kills his way around Sarah Lee's bakery, slicing, cutting, stabbing, shooting, and terrorizing all who enter.
All right.
He doesn't do
He does.
any of that.
He
really.
does slice.
He cuts,
he slices the girl's face.
He stabs with the trap, I guess.
I get, but it's
He does shoot. He doesn't hit
But
anything.
it sounds like he goes on some kind of rampage.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
He
what I
cuts off the
wanted.
finger. Yeah, but it definitely. I wanted more body count in this movie.
Same.
Yep.
Anyway.
Well, so this was our final episode of 2018, and it's been an odd year. It's been a long year. Like I didn't realize it that Get Even was still 2018, even though it feels like it was forever ago.
Oh my God.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I would say highlights of the year for Good Brews Bad Views is we all went and saw Mandy earlier this year. That was a fun little outing.
Oh, dude, so
Yeah.
good.
We went to that the Podcast Detroit meetup earlier this year as well. That was kind of fun to get
That was really fun.
to meet some podcast people in the metro area. Going to Gen Con and seeing some folks. As far as movies that came out this year, I would say my favorite out of everything I've seen this year, Death of Stalin.
That was a really fun movie.
so
I have never laughed so much in the theater because like the
So
humor of that film is exactly what I'm looking for, and the casting was just
Great.
stupendous. Just Steve Buscemi, Jeffrey Tambor,
Yeah.
Jason Isaacs,
Isaac is my favorite part of
Oh yeah, Zukov. Yeah, that was by far my favorite movies. Other honorable mentions: Isle of Dogs and Mandy.
Good stuff.
Anything you guys have seen this year you want to comment on?
Oh, I was not prepared for this question, but yeah,
All right.
Isle of Dogs is one of my favorites this year. Death of Stalin was also really, really good. There were actually a lot of good movies this year. Jesus, Incredibles 2 was probably the best superhero movie of the year. I fucking loved Hereditary. There's probably more that I'm missing, but those are the things.
Was Teen Titans this year?
Oh yeah. Top three. I swear to God, top three superhero movies this year. My top three, since we're doing this thing, are The Incredibles 2, Deadpool 2, and the Teen Titans movie. Those are my top three superhero movies for this year. Deadpool 2 was very good, and it's one of the first movies I got on UHD, like HDR. Ooh. And it's a movie that is very good, but it's also way prettier than I expected it to be a lot of time. Excellent film. Can't wait to watch it with you guys. Yep, I'll rope you into it.
Yeah, there from not going too much into it, there are a lot of sweeping shots that weren't in that first movie because of how like small and contained it kind of was. But yeah,
it plays a lot with the like deep color palette changes and some really cool framing a lot of the times. It's real pretty.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
I will agree with Ryan on Teen Titans and Incredibles. Teen Titans and Incredibles probably made me laugh more than I've laughed in a long while at a movie.
I have laughed embarrassingly much to both of those films.
Oh god, I mean, Death of Stalin comes close to the amount of laughing I did in both of those movies.
Different kinds of laughter, though.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Some of the stuff in Death of Stalin made me laugh just like deliriously. At some of the other things.
I mean, as far as like the dark humor of Death of Stalin.
There's some
Teen
dark
Titans.
humor in Teen Titans.
There is
a few small bits, but they are much darker than I anticipated.
Yeah. So the more I think about it, the more I really like Overlord.
No, that was a fun movie.
Ryan and I went and saw that, and coming out of the movie, we were like, "Oh yeah, that was pretty good." But the more I think about it, the more I really, really just enjoyed a lot of the way that movie handled itself.
Yeah.
And then I would say I really did like Avengers from this year. Mm-hmm. That was very good.
It was very good.
It was super good.
It's just, again, for me, it didn't make my top three.
So.
Yeah, there's just, in general, just a lot of good movies.
A lot of good movies. Mandy's fun. And then the movie I'm looking forward to
Mandy,
very much is coming out for only 2 days in theaters in the United States.
That's so weird.
It's only 2 days?
Yeah. So
I thought it was like limited release and then extended release, but sorry to interrupt you. Go on.
I think it's just those 2 days is what I've seen so far, which is the 17th and the 27th of December, and it's Peter Jackson's documentary of They Shall Not Grow Old.
Oh, good.
So,
yeah.
I think we're planning on going to see that on the 17th.
Yep.
So I'm very, very, very much looking forward to that.
Yep.
Just from watching the trailer for that, it's like it looks so alien.
It does. It looks astonishingly
like this isn't real.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard is that once they start, a lot of the trailer shows a lot more of the human side of it, and they do show the human toll side of it in the documentary, and that it's a movie that is a very moving and like changing event as to how you view these kinds of things. So.
Good.
Yeah, like there's that scene in the trailer where they're showing like the artillery hit or a bomb going off, and you see like the ground swell up.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like probably like that's not real, but it is.
Mm-hmm. And once the color comes on, it just changes your whole perspective on everything. It's really amazing how your brain doesn't register black and white things as real.
Right.
Or just it was black and white and silent. It's like that. Like that's like the trailer, and it's like, and then here we colored it, and there's audio, and then it's just like, hey guys, we're gonna be in the pictures, or stuff, and So I am very interested to see that movie.
Same.
But
I'm done.
Okay. No, I just wanted to real quickly. Yeah, I think.
No.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Podcast forever.
No, I think Overlord will probably make it into my collection when that comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Actually, I don't think I don't think I'll pull it out all that often, but it's a movie that there'll be times where I'm like, I'm gonna really want to watch Overlord.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think Overlord, Ryan, we talked about with Max, is a great Delta Green movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think Overlord is the best, not actually Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, I could see I could see that. Yeah. Because it does a decent job of building dread a lot of the time.
Yes.
Which is sorely missed, especially in everything after the first movie, as far as Resident Evil. But yeah, I can see that for sure.
So at the end of Elves, we talked about using Nazis as antagonists in 2018 and how we do that. And I still think that's a very deep mine to mine.
Absolutely.
Of using Nazis and like weird occult, fantastical stuff like that.
Well, and so not to spoil anything for you, Max, but I think this is something you'll appreciate. Ryan and I talked about that movie. That movie does an excellent job of telling a story without filling in the cracks. It doesn't need to.
Perfect.
It hints at things. It plays with a cult, but it's not like this works because of the elder god, yada yada yada, or bother with any of that kind of stuff. It's just like Nazis are doing creepy, horrible occult things, and go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's a little bit, but that's it.
I've heard it's very, very pulpy. So which I can be down with. I'm down with the pulp.
I'm down with the pulp.
Yeah, I mean it's pulpy at times, but it's not really overly pulpy in a lot of ways. It's really suspenseful, like Ryan. It just builds and builds and builds and builds on you.
I will say like that the trailer for it, which is all I've seen of it at this point, is very, very misleading because what's the ACD? It begins of like it's D-Day, they're parachuting in and they're playing like AC/DC over it, and then it like cuts to like the village and then quick shots of like Nazi occultism stuff or whatever. It's just like what is going on here? This is not the right soundtrack for this movie,
right?
And for this trailer,
yeah. And James and I talked about this a little bit with Kyle and Kayla after we came out of Overlord. It's just like the marketing. I had literally no idea what to expect. Like the trailer didn't really. The trailer seemed kind of jumbled and awkward to me. Like I thought this movie was going to be bad. Like I was expecting it to be bad.
No, it's a J.J. Abrams movie, isn't it?
Produced by. But I kind of lost my train of thought there. I didn't know what to expect, but I ended up liking the end result. But
I thought it was gonna be more. The way that they cut the trailer, I thought there was gonna be way more like over the top action in this movie.
Yeah. But just we're hammering deep into Overlord right now, but the opening scene is crazy good.
It's so good.
It's a very theater, like watch this in a theater type of scene. So if you have the chance, it's worth your time for sure.
It's not Saving Private Ryan levels of like good, but it tries to scale those heights.
It's closer to that bar than I would have expected.
Exactly, I would agree with you on that. Yeah, I mean it's not because I know when they showed Saving Private Ryan, they did a lot of screenings for veterans at the front.
Oh yeah,
and they actually had like psychologists and psychiatrists waiting outside the theater in case people had to leave the theater to talk about things.
Yeah,
I don't think it's to that level of it, but it does a great theater experience.
Yeah.
And
rant.
Yep. Okay, I think that's about it for today. If you're still sticking around, thank you for joining us and spending some time with us and maybe drinking some beer and watching this movie with us. As always, check us out on our website, www.goodbrewsbadviews.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, GBBV Podcast, or Good Brews Bad Views on Facebook. Please like and subscribe and give us a nice little rating on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, PodBean, and wherever other good podcasts are found. Check us out on Instagram, where you can view our entire going through the beer advent calendar. Hopefully our livers are still functioning by the time we actually post this, and we haven't died from daily drinking.
No more student loans.
We'll be good. Hopefully. Yes, I think that's about it. So as always, please watch
and drink.